3 brands, millions of American buyers, and one question that just won't die. If you want a car that actually holds together for 10, 15, maybe 20 years, do you go Ford, Toyota, or Honda? This isn't about brand loyalty. It's not about who runs the better Super Bowl ad. It's about which brand gives you a real shot at buying something today and still driving it reliably a decade from now without getting blindsided by repair bills you never saw coming. We pulled the real ownership data, repair costs, recall histories, used car market behavior, all of it specific to the United States. By the end of this, you'll know which brand fits your situation, what to watch out for on the used lot, and which specific models to avoid no matter how good the deal looks. Quick note before we go. Further, if you're buying a car soon or helping someone else figure out their next vehicle, subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Every week we put out buyer-focused content covering real ownership costs, problem models, and how to avoid getting taken at the dealership. Now back to the comparison. These 3 don't compete in the same lane, and that's actually important to understand before comparing them. Ford's biggest product in America is the F-Series truck. The F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle in the country for 47 consecutive years. Not the best-selling truck, the best-selling vehicle, period. Ford built its American reputation on trucks, and that's still where it lives. Toyota's biggest sellers are the Camry and the RAV4. The Camry has been the top-selling car, not truck, not SUV, just a car in America for most of the past 2 decades. The Tacoma dominates the mid-size truck segment. Toyota doesn't compete on flash. It competes on showing up the same way every single time. Honda is the quiet one. The Civic and Accord are 2 of the most respected cars in the country, and the CR-V is one of the best-selling compact SUVs on the road. Honda doesn't make trucks. It doesn't build performance vehicles for the masses, but it builds reliable daily transportation, and tens of millions of Americans have noticed. Ford buyers mostly are expecting capability, towing power, durability in rough conditions, a truck or SUV that can work as hard as they do. There's also a loyalty element. Ford buyers often grew up around Fords. That's real, and it's not nothing. Toyota buyers are usually thinking long-term. They want 100,000 miles on the car and still feel like they made a smart purchase. They're not chasing tech or horsepower. They want it to start in the morning, cost them as little as possible to keep running, and still be worth something when they eventually sell it. Honda buyers tend to be practical. They're thinking about fuel economy, city parking, insurance costs. They want something close to Toyota-level reliability in a more urban-friendly package. They're not interested in impressing anyone, they just want the car to work. Here's where a lot of buyers get an unwelcome surprise. RepairPal tracks real-world maintenance and repair costs across thousands of American vehicles. Their 2024 data puts average annual maintenance for a Toyota at about $441. For Honda, it's even lower, around $428. Per year, Ford comes in at approximately $775 per year. Over 10 years, the difference between Toyota and Ford is roughly $3,300, and that's just maintenance. It doesn't count in scheduled repairs, which Ford tends to generate more of, especially with EcoBoost turbocharged engines. The reliability rankings tell the same story. Consumer Reports puts Toyota at the top or near it every year. Honda landed at number 3 in 2023. Ford sits considerably lower, pulled down by infotainment problems, EcoBoost complaints, and transmission issues in certain models. J.D. Power's 3-year dependability study shows the same pattern. Toyota and Honda consistently outperform Ford. And the 200,000-mile question, iSeeCars published a major study in 2023 on which vehicles are most likely to still be running past 200,000 miles. The Toyota Tacoma ranked first. 6.8% of all Tacomas on American roads have passed that mark. Camry, Corolla, and Prius all appear. Near the top, Honda Accord, Civic, and CR-V show up too. Ford vehicles do appear. The F-250 Super Duty makes the list, but mostly in the heavy-duty category, not standard cars or SUVs. Ford's best argument is the F-150, and it's a strong one. If you need a truck that can't owe 13,000 pounds, which the 2024 F-150 can with the right package, nothing from Toyota or Honda touches that in a half-ton truck. The F-150 comes with more powertrain choices than any competitor. A 2.7-liter EcoBoost, a 3.5-liter EcoBoost, A 5-liter V8, a diesel, and a hybrid that makes 570 horsepower and includes a built-in generator. That ProPower onboard feature isn't a gimmick. For contractors and outdoor workers, it's genuinely useful in a way Toyota and Honda can't match. Ford also has roughly 3,100 dealerships across all 50 states. If you live somewhere rural and need service, Ford is often more accessible than the alternatives. Parts are everywhere, the aftermarket is enormous, and any mechanic in America knows how to work on an F-150. Toyota's case is built on one thing: predictability over time and the resale value that comes with it. Kelley Blue Book data puts Toyota's 5-year value retention at roughly 52 to 60%. A $30,000 Camry might still be worth $16,000 to $18,000 5 years later, sometimes more if it's a hybrid. That's money back in your pocket that most brands can't offer. The Tacoma is its own category. It's been the best-selling mid-size truck in America for years, and it holds its value so well that used units sometimes sell close to or even above original MSRP in certain markets. That's what a reputation built over decades actually looks like. Toyota's maintenance is also straightforward. Oil changes, tire rotations, brake pads, the naturally aspirated engines in the Camry and Corolla no turbo. No timing chain anxiety at 80,000 miles are among the most durable mass-market engines in America. You buy it, you maintain it, it runs. That's the deal. Honda's pitch is simple: similar reliability to Toyota at a lower price with the lowest average annual maintenance cost of the three. The Civic and Accord consistently rank among the top 10 most reliable vehicles in their segments. Honda's naturally aspirated engines have a strong track record for high mileage with regular maintenance, and Honda builds a large portion of its US vehicles right here in America, plants in Ohio and Alabama, so parts are easy to find. And supply chain issues hit Honda less hard than some foreign brands. For a commuter, a young buyer, a family that needs reliable transportation without a large maintenance budget, Honda in 2024 is probably the best overall package, especially the Civic and Accord. Every brand has troubled models. Here's what to actually watch out for. Ford's biggest recurring issue is the EcoBoost Turbo engine family. The 1.5-liter EcoBoost in the Escape was recalled in 2024. Engine stalling and fire risk over 520,000 vehicles affected. The PowerShift dual-clutch transmission in the 2011 to 2016 Focus and Fiesta resulted in one of the largest automotive class action settlements in US history. If you find a used Focus or Fiesta with that gearbox, just keep walking. The settlement window has closed, so new buyers have no recourse. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost in the F-150 is generally fine at lower mileage, but timing chain wear has been reported on 2011 to 2014 models past 100,000 miles. If you're looking at a used F-150 from that era, specifically ask about the timing chain during the pre-purchase inspection. On the Toyota side, issues are fewer but still worth knowing. Some Camry V6 models from 2007 to 2011 had oil consumption complaints. The Tundra's 5.7-liter V8 used before the 2022 redesign commonly saw secondary air pump failure around 60 to 80,000 miles. It's a known, manageable repair, not a catastrophic one, but worth budgeting for. Toyota's recall record at their sales volume is cleaner than most. No major powertrain class actions in the US over the past decade. On the Honda side, the one issue you need to know about is oil dilution in the 1.5-liter turbocharged engine used in the 2017 to 2021 CR-V and Civic. In cold climates, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, short trip winter driving can cause burned fuel to contaminate the engine oil, Honda issued. Service updates. No formal recall in the US ever came. If you live in a cold state and you're looking at a used CR-V or Civic 1.5T, ask where the car was driven and seriously consider the naturally aspirated alternative instead. Buy a Ford if you need a truck and you're willing to budget for higher maintenance. The F-150 earns its reputation in the work and towing segment. Just avoid the PowerShift models, check the timing chain on older EcoBoost units, and go in with realistic expectations about what upkeep costs. Buy a Toyota if keeping the car a long time is the goal. If you want to drive a Camry, Corolla, or RAV4 for 12 to 15 years without major mechanical headaches, Toyota gives you the best statistical odds of making that happen and the strongest resale value if you change your mind early. Buy a Honda if you want reliable daily transportation without paying a Toyota premium. The Civic and Accord are excellent choices for commuters, younger buyers, and practical families. Stay away from the 1.5 turbo in cold climates and look at the naturally aspirated engine options instead. Don't buy a used Ford if your repair budget is thin. The higher average maintenance cost and turbocharged engine complexity mean unexpected repairs are more likely than with Toyota or Honda, and when they happen, they're more expensive. Don't overpay for a Toyota. The vehicle is worth what it's worth, but dealers selling RAV for hybrids and tachometers at $3,000 to $8,000 above MSRP are just exploiting brand reputation. Call at least 3 dealers before accepting any market adjustment fee. Those fees are not mandatory. Don't buy a Honda CR-V 1.5T if you're in a cold weather state and you drive mostly short trips. This isn't a reason to avoid Honda entirely. It's a specific warning about a specific engine in specific conditions. The rest of the Honda lineup doesn't have this problem. If none of these 3 is right for you, consider this. Mazda ranked number 1 in Consumer Reports reliability in 2023, ahead of Toyota. The CX-5 and Mazda 3 are consistently cited as strong reliability picks at competitive prices. The dealer network is smaller, but if there's a Mazda dealer near you, it's worth a serious look. Subaru has a strong reputation in the Northwest and Northeast for a WD capability, but boxer engine oil consumption is a known issue in some models. Research the specific year and model before committing. Hyundai and Kia have improved a lot since 2020, but the Theta 2 engine recall covering hundreds of thousands of vehicles for engine seizure and fire risk is still a concern on used units from certain years. Lower prices are appealing, but verify that any used Hyundai or Kia you're considering isn't affected by an outstanding recall before handing over money. Here's the straight answer. For long-term reliability, Toyota wins. The data from RepairPal, Consumer Reports, GD Power, and independent ownership studies all say the same thing. If you want to drive a car for 10 or more years with the lowest odds of a major mechanical problem, Toyota gives you the best shot for everyday value and lowest total cost to own. Honda is probably the best mainstream choice in America right now. Lower annual maintenance than even Toyota, solid reliability scores, competitive purchase price, and good fuel economy. For a daily driver, the Civic and Accord are hard to argue against. For trucks and working vehicles, the F-150 is the standard. Nothing in the mainstream American market comes close to its combination of payload, towing capacity, powertrain options, and dealer reach. Yes, maintenance costs more. For the buyer who genuinely needs a working truck, it's usually worth it. The worst specific deal here? A used Ford Focus or Fiesta with the PowerShift gearbox, second worst. A Honda CR-V 1.5T being driven 5 miles to work and back in Minnesota in January, the best deal. A used Toyota Camry or Corolla with under 100,000 miles, bought from a private seller with clean service records in any state. That's the honest picture. Go make a smart decision.